Yeah, the inflection advantage helped. The early academy helped quite a bit since I was able to get the luxuries up faster, which made me more growth earlier on, and then that just compounded on the hammers. But he did come back really strong on science and gold. His religion is crushing me with the Stonehenge. So at this point, I'm just holding on to military position, and that's basically the only advantage in production.
And you were laughing about Pagoda, but he's gonna buy a Pagoda soon.
Yeah, he's far from dead at this point. He's quite confident in his ability. I only control one section of the map. He does own most of his own land still. I was quite unhappy that he does go get Machu Picchu. And look at that tech he's getting, by the way. See that?
Yep.
He has more signs coming up.
Yep. As I said, he's aiming for crossbows right now, defensive until crossbows. And I don't agree for, Akkad, this city has no walls of Babylon still, so with walls it will be like 24 or so combat strength city. With actually not that many tiles that you can shoot it from, so...
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard.
He's not any fear of me so far, and rightly so. Grimmstripper does not fear any opponent in a duel. So, he's quite confident that he's still going to come win this game, and I am having problems getting through, so I don't expect them to be too scared right now.
Grim, no fear. The only thing that is maybe a tiny little bit worrisome for him, the salt is quite exposed, but then again, you would need to sacrifice a lot of units to get that salt. And he can get such a nice concave. I like his defensive spot right now. Maybe the frontal city, I don't know why did he plant it, maybe just try it. But if he did not plant it and plant in the back, he would maybe actually be in a better shape right now, because this defensive situation he's got right now is really awesome. Stepping into that, you need generals to step inside his land. Without generals, you will not break it.
He regrouped, destroyed his own roads from that city spot as well. So he is quite comfortably on the defensive position at his capital. That north city, if I do get a flank, or if is it possible to flank him by burning the roads at the capital, those two north cities are vulnerable. He does have walls, and then the walls of Babylon are very strong, guys. If you haven't noticed, that it is very difficult to go through with just bowmen. But it is vulnerable for chariots, and I can get a lot of chariots there.
We shall see if we're gonna actually do it. For now, your chariots are sitting in the south doing nothing.
Well, some of my units are getting crushed, and I'm watching him crush me.
How does it feel looking at somebody crushes you?
What's to be expected? Grimmstripper is a better fighter, fast clicker, and he's extremely talented. So I expected in most parts to lose. On the military front. My strategy in this game, since I did have the fast science, was just to hold on to basically an offensive posture. I'm quite good at just making sure people panic in their own lands. A lot of duels are won by panic. People overexpend their armies to the front, and then they just lose it all. So if I can just hold my army on the front lines, he will be in a panic mode, and he might make mistakes.
I like that flank, that chariot. Well, you're 20 seconds behind. Yeah.
That's
you're just getting a chariot flank there.
When I get an opening somewhere, I'll probably squeeze a unit through.
Yeah, you got double army right now.
I'm basically spreading out his armies as much as I can, since you don't want him to concentrate his armies. Sun Tzu explained to you, you want people to have their armies all spread out. So, if you ever read the God of War, smaller armies can be defeated.
God of War or Art of War?
I'm sorry, pardon me. Art of War.
Yeah, Art of War. Have you read it?
Yes, I have. A long time ago.
Well, you know what? You just impressed me.
I also criticized it, and I found a couple things wrong, I believe. But that's probably because of the time difference between it was written.
Yes, of course.
But I recommend it to everybody.
TonyTheBum, Art of War.
Quite schooled in military combats, just nodding, fast clicking. I am also quite experienced in Civ teamers. I've been playing them for a long time. Most of teamers are organized by general, which I do enjoy playing as well, and just organizing my teammates as units. We do share armies, and if you play as a team, you do win most games.
Why is he not making composites? Because he intends to defend with the cities, basically. So he's got 3 chariots right now. Well, 4 chariots he's gonna have, and he's a tiny little bit afraid about the horses in the south, because he cannot control that, so he's gonna make a couple of spearmen just to block off the passages for a second, and then we shall see what's gonna come next, probably composites.
Well, he sent his whole army north like he expected me to take that city, which is logical reasoning. I do have the advantage of burning any tile I want. I can get through. If I destroy the spearman on the salt, which is his only defensive unit, I can go through anywhere I want, like I did previously by destroying those roads. So he has to hold his army in the north, which gives me a chance to go through the south and then plant and burn tiles, like I always seem to do. Now that academy, as you can see, is quite vulnerable right now, just to get burnt. So that would reduce his abilities to get engineering counts. He's going to do as much as he can. His army is quite spread out, while my army on my screen is lined up to the front lines.
Chariots are better. Chariots are better for in this situation. He needs to defend on 2 flanks, basically. So, composite moving from south to north will not be able to shoot, and a chariot will be able to move from south to the north and still shoot over the roads. So, I kind of agree with his choice of units, and on top of that, chariots are just cheaper. So.
So he was prepared to defend the horses, and he has a chariot going around, flank if I ever try to flank that horse tile. He's spreading out his units all over the place, and I'm just waiting at this point and positioning myself. As you can see, I am not afraid to build a new city on the front line.
Nice comment there on concrete cone. He says that Sun Tzu has some stuff to learn from you. Actually, a lot of stuff to learn from you. Oh, market. I'm seeing a market in Babylon, statue of Zeus. You're not committing too much. Market will not save your gold, though. I'm like, why would you build a market in this situation, actually?
Probably gonna change it. What turn? How many turns is it?
1 turn left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just a mistake. It's more of a long-term planning, so hopefully I will get guilds. But
long-term planning.
I'm not too confident in taking this capital right now. I don't really have any plans on taking it. I'm still looking for soft targets and land burning. Trying to control the production, which means I have to make him lose more units than I lose.
Okay, for now the plan is not working well.
No. I'm still gaining an offensive position, which usually costs units, but you don't want to waste too many units getting an offensive position on him. So he's quite comfortable in his little, even though he's losing land, quite comfortable losing position on me. But as you can see, that 1 spearman in the north on the salt is defending his 2 north cities. That's the only unit that's there. And he has fixed all that land, so it's more tiles for me to go burn.
We shall see how that will work out, though. Oh, chariot in the north, good stuff. More horses. Hello, Iron.
And as you can see, most people will play with lined up units. It stops flanking, it stops for fortification bonuses. Basically, you have to put your units in a straight line. If you can, every tile, like he has there, it's just very well defensive. So if you leave holes, people can move last second on you. And like
nice
I see,
scout there.
Burning more land.
Nice move there. Chariot down though. Did get the pillage. Not gonna help you too much with the science though.
It's not so much of science, it's to slow his production down as much as possible at this point.
Okay, another chariot loss. No.
See, now he finally moved off the salt, which is a disastrous move for him.
Yes, that's horrible. That's horrible.
That is a very big game changer for me. I haven't noticed it yet, but I will soon. And once you moved off that salt, which
there
is
we go. You've noticed right now.
Tile,
yes, he shouldn't ever move from that salt. That was a huge mistake on his part.
Now I can rebuild those roads, and I do have quite a lot of chariot units that can just rush through the salt and go right through. And there's that salt. Bye bye. Now burning the salt doesn't seem to too much of an effect since it's still.
Well, actually, it is. No, he's got -1, and he wanted to plant the city. It's kind of big.
Okay. Okay, there you go. I just saw it on the delay. So there's a -1 now. So there's the engineer in that city in the back, just sitting, wasting gold.
Not only an engineer, a settler. Now he's got a tough nut to crack, basically, because he wants that city, but he don't want the penalty at combat. That was a very good move there.
Yeah, always try to destroy luxuries if you ever can, especially in duels. In FFA games, they're not as important since you get +20s, but in duels, when the happiness is such a crucial part, it destroys production, all your units have become weaker, and then you have a huge advantage. So if you can burn 2-3 tiles, it's pretty close to GG. Now, lucky for him, he planted on luxuries like I do, and I can't burn too much. And if you do get a chance, always put cities in front of luxuries, like he did the Citrus City. And he is still comfortable in defense with that capital.
I don't think it's... Chance. Yeah, capital, yes, but he's getting flanked right now quite bad. Yeah.
When he left that experiment, he left me open to go through the north. And I still have free range in the south. I do have a military advantage over him. So my workers are going through it. And he's bombing.
I would so much love to like press F9 right now to see demographics.
I'm leading everything.
I imagine, but still, I want to know the numbers.
Sorry. He has a science advantage.
No, it's too fast. We need to pause the video and resync it again. Don't want to do that.
He has a... I have to lead on everything.
I just wonder if he's going to plant that city. Like, plant or not plant? He's going to probably plant... He's probably going to plant it next turn, though. He's going to get a Colosseum, so he's going to drop down to -2 when he plants. I would imagine he's going to do it.
Completely oblivious to this whole settler engineer in the back. I have no idea he's doing this. I have no idea he concentrated his mental ability.
You just said lag. What that means? What did you just do? Ah, you lost the salt tile. Okay. I wonder what's gonna be. It's gonna be another sacrificial horse.
I think we start lagging like that. Just like there's a 5-second delay or something between units.
There we go. Machu, bam.
Yeah, see, we're both having lag problems. I blame him because I don't usually lag at all. And I think I look at the TonyTheBum 3.8 seconds. Yeah, there's a little delay right now. We are facing, and he did get Machu Picchu.
Yes, and he's still positive thanks to salt. It's gonna be +2 next turn. That salt is such a crucial tile for you to burn.
Yeah, I've been trying to control that salt since I found it at the beginning of the game. Everything I could is basically invested to get that salt. My salt is quite, very nice in the back. I have no pressure from him, so my cities are free reign to do what they want.
Is that citrus improved, by the way, just out of curiosity? I think it is, right?
No.
No, it's not?
I don't need it. I think it does get worked at one point, but I don't need it.
Yeah, that's true. You've got it.
I planted my own citrus, so it's like for gold tile or something.
Uh-oh. Oh, sacrifice horse. Did get a heal. Kill. Blah. No pillage though.
Yeah, but he's quite good at those spearmen, so. But my workers, he's getting bombed, have no real effect. He's doing a lot of damage, but not going very far with it. At this point, I think he is panicking slightly.
Slightly?
He knows that horse is, that salt, losing that salt.
I would say if he would be panicking... If he would be panicking, I believe in the last city he would just make a unit instead of a monument.
Well, I got greedy, I guess.
Greedy. Or maybe not panicking. You did get a flank at the north nicely, so... This is basically the problem right now. I think he should just leave the horses in the south and don't care about that and defend behind the river.
Well, you also have to know that he doesn't have bowmen anymore.
Yep.
He can only build composites.
Yes, Kitty, what do you want?
And look at that, I have another scout burning mortals. Always build scouts. Now, that one worker that he has there, and beside the spearman, is quite vulnerable.
Well, 25 hammer advantage is quite crushing. I'm like...
I'm burning his land, and he can't burn mine.
Yeah, this goes one way now, but Grim is still fighting. Go Grim, go Grim, I believe in you.
Yeah, he won't give up. At this point, I do have a spearman on his academy, which will probably be burned beginning next turn. He has no more military advantage.
Yeah, he's gonna lose the horses next turn too, and he's gonna get 2 salt lost.
And I built statue of
Helps compensate for the Great Walls of Babylon.
At this point, I think he's just trying to defend his horse tiles as much as possible. If he loses those horse tiles, both of them,
he's gonna get a penalty next turn.
It would destroy his army.
Yeah, especially that he's got invested chariots right now. But you're gonna burn it. There's no way he can defend it.
He has 2
next
of them.
turn.
He has 2 tiles, so I have to burn both.
No,
Actually, 3 tiles.
1.
3 horse tiles. There's 1
Yes, but the one in front of capital that he cannot control and repair, if you get the control of the south, it's going quite bad. Oh, do we have a racing or something? Seems like it.
No, he actually backed off that. We're still having lag problems. He backed off the spearman. But I am quite.
Yeah, but he just lost the horses right now. And that's quite big. 0 right now.
I'm gonna keep pushing.
There's the horse tile in the... Okay, I know what you mean right now. You can get that horses in between all of those cities now. He's getting flanked so badly right now.
I didn't show up to... I'm replacing Arvius, who has arrived late, but he...
Furo! Furo, no! No spoilers! Furo just said that he knows you're gonna win this match because you showed up in here as a co-commentator.
Yeah, that wasn't hard. I'm sort of subbing for Arvius for now. I'm hoping Arvius will show up soon.
No, he went to sleep. He's not gonna show up.
I didn't really want to do this. I was hoping to just sit in the sit and answer questions in the commentary. But at this point, it's not just looking at it's also looking at the game. I mean, I do have an army on his capital.
Yes.
It's never a good thing when you have somebody else's army at your capital. And in duels, if you take somebody's capital...
You lose? Really? I didn't know that. Machinery 12 turn is not gonna save him. You do have a general advantage.
Yes.
Right now.
I went honor. I'm not sure if I got the honor policy, but maybe.
Well, is your engineering still sitting there? Doing absolutely nothing
no,
too?
I planted it eventually when I figured out I couldn't use them for anything. He
Yeah,
went to my
still.
secondary city to go get more hammers. It was still a mistake.
Yeah, general.
You don't want to plant too many engineers.
Kitty.
But by this point, I completely flanked to the north, and his capital was getting completely decimated. I flanked to the south, I flanked to the north, and then I destroyed all the in-between towns. That salt is going to be permanently mine. He'll lose the happy penalty. His horses are being destroyed as much as possible, and I will be soon cutting off that third city, or the second city. His workers will have to fully retreat, and that last Machu Picchu city is still not connected.
Not looking good for Grim at this point. And no walls of Babylon in Akkad. You should have invested in those walls.
Good point. I never noticed that. His army count is getting decimated at this point. The hammer count lead I have right now is getting to be too much for him. I also have bowmen on the front lines, and he has composites to build, which take twice as long. So he's having to build units that don't last very long and take a lot of hammers, while I have cheap units and have another general coming up. Oh no, he has another general coming up.
Yeah, he's got another general coming up. Maybe.
Burrow, I'm hoping to see you in the finals, where we're going to be streaming live. Grimmstripper with Filthy Robot or me. So hopefully you'll be there.
Nice pillage direction. You're just swarming his land.
Yeah, I'm a swarmer.
Swarmer. You're a Zerg, huh?
I always keep units in all directions, so it keeps them distracted.
Brood Mother Tony. Nah, for I can't play free-for-all today. Sorry.
No, he has so many clicks. Even at this point in the game, he is still doing a lot of damage military-wise. He has still not given up. I have units on his capital. He's still fully in charge.
Walls of Babylon.
And he's still constantly attacking me. And
see, this. I don't like this that he's not micromanaging the cities though.
It's a different thought process, yours. I don't micromanage my cities for a long time either. I have noticed I haven't even looked back at my.
I kind of not looking at your spot. I'm like at your view screen though. I kind of focusing on Grim. I don't know, maybe because it's like on top. I haven't watched your screen like forever now.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about taking that city, so I have catapults coming up.
Catapults.
Yeah, once you get catapults start building up in my cities, I know I'm feeling quite confident of taking it. So if I have position, which I'm going to be trying to do is hold this. Oh, demographics, he's second in everything. Except for population.
Oh, really? He was like second for a long, long time.
But he has a top 5 capital, and his secondary city is top 6. So there
tomorrow,
is the demographics problem. Yours is right, he should be doing more micromanaging. Your second city should not be bigger than your capital, in most cases. But at this point, I am holding on to all these production tiles, except for that one horse that I can't seem to burn.
Yeah, you could, though. Maybe you forgot about it.
The scout?
Yeah.
You have to move there and burn it.
Come on, Hero Scout, go! Kill that horse, go!
Yeah, I
go!
still build multiple scouts.
Ah, he's dead. Are you gonna... Wow, wow. Look at that general. Almost died.
Yeah, he's coming back now again.
Yeah.
He retook position again.
No. This is not getting back. Let's be honest. You're snowballed now.
Not for the win, but I mean, at least, as you can see, there's no giving up in his attacks.
Yes.
Every fast click and every turn, he's destroying me. I'm just passing by because I have more military, and I'm forcing him to play defense.
Flood time.
Hey, look at those walls. 2 turns.
Yep. Gonna buy him maybe a couple of turns, but not too much. The problem is his next reinforcements are in 4 turns. Okay. So.
While all cities are building in 1 or 2 turns.
Yeah,
and
that's
those
the problem.
catapults are coming.
That's a slight problem for him right now. So.
Yep. And I got my other new general. And look at my capital. Top 6, bigger than his, and all my units 1 turn. My stable is also done in my capital, so those horses are quite cheap. No, he's not actually doing anything right now. He's just looking at the screen. Wow, there's no micromanaging. He's just like in a trance. The clock's ticking.
Fight. Kill, Tony.
Oh, wow, look at those fast heals. Yeesh.
Wow. Whoa, General Dodd! Run! Oof. You could have taken it, though. You're too slow. He was, like, standing there for, like, 3 seconds without any cover whatsoever.
There was no unit that could take it.
No, that composite had moved. That composite next. See? That one. That bowman had a move.
The bowman. But there is lag at this point. So I tried to move. And I got nowhere.
It's like 5 seconds there.
But there was, I mean, yeah, there's a long, yeah, I could have had that. Probably should have gotten it.
Yes, you should have gotten it. And you definitely need to plant your general now.
Yes. At this point,
you should have planted, like, you should plant a general, like, move the one wounded to the bowman, possibly. Plant it there and plant a general on top of his capital. You're gonna lose, like, a spin right now.
From the back, so I'm waiting on the general in the back right now.
Ah, it's their general, okay.
Look at my general, where it is.
Okay, at least you're gonna pillage it. No, you don't have a unit to pillage that one. So the spearman is gonna die probably. I don't know how much HP he's got, but... And on top of that, that citadel is like out behind the river. You can't pillage it in 1 turn. I don't know, Otanis. I have no idea what did they pick.
Yeah,
for the next
hard to pillage the citadel in this position. He well placed it. I can't really do very much. But it's still a defensive abilities. His other cities have no new units coming. If you look at the map, he has 3 horses, while I have 10 units, plus many more coming up. So at this point, it is just a question of how many hammers I can now destroy him with. He can't reinforce anything, and those horses are quite
Walls
damaged,
next turn.
which have little effect on the result.
Yes, but still.
The next round is now Babylon. We were going to redo the, what do you call it? It's not really a draft, but, you know, we do a random picking of numbers.
24 hammer lead. Ooh, ouch. And almost 0 army to a lot of army.
Yeah, the army count is my favorite now. Even though I can lose units when his fast clicks on the start, he just have no armies left. His other cities have very little effect in the war. I completely stops his north army from doing any effect. They're just bombing units, which I can easily replace. This is a question of just a citadel right now. Now what do I do? I could pillage it, or I can take it over. I have more generals than him, so I can do what I want. He has the one general which would have very little effect since he has no army, and he can't really get it out of the city.
Yep. I almost double army right now.
Oh, he only has the 2 north units right now. And that one chariot. And no giving up. Huh? Still no giving up. I completely surrounded his capital and he's still fighting. Unlike the other previous games where we see a lot of people giving up too early.
Well, I don't believe this is too early though.
No, at this point it's he should have given up by now.
Whoa! What was that?
You have a 20-second delay, so I don't know.
Yeah, but what was that move with the general? I'm like, wow! Like your move with the general, you just stepped like on a tile in front of his capital without any protection.
There's no units.
Yeah, but could have like popped a unit there. You didn't know that.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Wow. Like, I know sometimes is you still do have the time to actually move where you want, but sometimes you're just unlucky, and you're just sitting, like, you're in a perfect spot to take that one unprotected unit. 24 compass strength. I wonder how many times it will take you to take that capital, though.
The thing is, generals, is that at this point I don't really mind like losing one.
Yeah, he's got 0 army.
Away, so it's like there's no real point in me just micromanaging generals.
Kitty.
But sometimes you I was trying to figure out what to do. I haven't figured out if I want to keep the citadel yet, and I haven't been able to buy any of those skills. I'm looking at the price; it's 70 gold, and I'm hoping the monument would help, but it didn't. So I don't know what to do.
Use a general.
I would have to use 2 generals.
Now use a general, buy a tile.
I would use 2 generals. I would fill the citadel on the capital.
Yeah.
And as you can see, they're lined up that way.
I guess I am uncurable optimist. He's like answering to our comments right now why he's not giving up. Grim knows the future. Oh, there was a perfect damage on that citadel there. Oh, what?
So I read the comment on my capital.
He could take... No, he couldn't take... Wow.
I was making the comment that my capital's quite far away and he still doesn't want to give up. I would like him just to quit at this point. But see, as you can see, he's just still crushing me in the military fighting. His citadel's still there. He's still building new units. He just doesn't want to stop.
Well, you should have, like, planned those citadels ages ago. I have no idea why you're not doing that. Yeah, finally!
This is the question of timing, I guess. I just didn't expect it. But look at that, my catapults are all ready now. So, once my catapults are ready, the damage to the city doesn't matter for if he has walls or not. I was kind of worried that he might do something else, and I don't see 100% like I do rewatching this game of how many units he has. I kind of thought he had a lot more than he did.
40k army to 16. Yeah. Learn to read demographics.
Yeah, well, the
Oh,
demographics.
heal up. That's a hero. That guy is a hero. Hero spearman. Facing off multiple enemies at once.
He's still building composite bows, which is costing a fortune. And then the city is basically it's over now. Once those citadels get planted, it's just no chance.
Bam. Finally. He's gonna force you to take the capital. Will we see the ending screen?
Good question.
Good question.
The catapults at this point do so much damage that always build two. Never build a single catapult.
Belgian
Single
accent?
catapult.
No. You are saying me and Tony have similar accents? No way. I'm from Poland, he's from Canada. Okay?
Oh my God.
Canadian.
Belgium? My accent since I'm Canadian, but I have multiple different heritage at this point. So English is my first language, but it's not the first language of either of my parents.
Look at that. He's getting a flank from the north. Hoo.
And see that? There he goes, Citadel plan. Good job. Which is what I think about planting citadels is. It's very difficult, but if you look at my gold, just finished guilds, and I have the wonder, super wonder, mausoleum. So when I plant, I crush them in gold.
Yes, like guilds do mean anything for you at this point of the game. But good job, you reach medieval era, finally.
I still don't have my composites, but I'm closing in on crossbows. Just gotta get engineering.
Closing on crossbows. You wish.
Turn 98, it's still...
Why are you taking construction, though, at this point of the game? It's useless.
Well, at this point in the game, I don't really care what science I have, I think.
Yeah, but you could pick anything else. Yeah, you're gonna pick anything else. You don't want to leave those. You're gonna get engineering? Wow. I think it's... like, he still's gonna defend for a couple of turns.
Yeah, but I have 150 gold, so I can actually upgrade my bowman composites.
Yeah, and that would be...
Look at that, he's getting a pagoda. Are you kidding
Yes.
me? Oh my god, he's getting pagodas while his capital's half dead.
Yes, but he needs to compensate for the unhappiness, right? He's getting a 10% combat penalty right now.
Yeah, but I mean, he has no units left, or very little, and the city's half burnt. And my catapult.
I don't count out Grim yet. Do you see? Horseman, bam, dead.
Oh, he never gives up. Never gives up. Oh, look at
Great
that
rolls of
crossbow.
Babylon.
43 turns. Wow.
Missionary. Now he got a missionary.
Well, he changed it from pagoda to missionary, which is still the same reason. I mean, doesn't really matter.
Well, probably to block off a citadel or something, maybe. That's his thought process. Try to block off the last citadel.
That makes sense.
For as much as possible.
And see how I burned that road and he still has to send his worker back to fix it? Once you lose roads...
GG!
And my catapults have no end to fear.
GG, Mr. Tony. GG.
Well, this game was very difficult. I panicked quite a bit and I made some military...
I'm sorry I'm gonna break this, but Furo, what were your thought process about Sid's a question that make you feel that he's insinuating that I'm fat? Though I am fat. I am fat, but still. No. I mean, like, I'll look at that Twitch chat if you want. I'm just wondering, like, Furo just, wow.
Okay. Some of the questions are not related to anything to do with the game.
Yes. Alright, so, any last thoughts?
I worked very hard to make sure I control most of his land, and as you can see, I burned that iron tile in the North City like 4 times, which got me maybe like a total of 200-300 gold, which is equivalent to science. Usually it's very helpful. In this game, I didn't need much science. Since you are Babylon, you get a lot of free text.
Population builds fluff.
In most games, that 200 gold would be a game changer. He keeps having to refix that land while my workers, some of them have been sold off, and the other ones are building roads. So I never have to go back and worry about fixing my land.
No, I gotta admit one thing though. I think the detrimental thing in here was that you were able to control the mid and actually block him off from planting the Grand Mess. I think, for a moment there, I thought like, when I was looking at both of your screens, it was like, he's gonna crush you right now. There's no way you can hold the mid. But you did. Which was just amazingly good and let you do whatever you wanted in the back of your land. So he had to back up to a defensive position and actually planted that city. I actually did not like that plant, Shunya or whatever it was. I think it was useless for him. What I think he should like plant in the back at the start and try to defend with his capital and Porsipa. That's my opinion about that.
Well, that back to the Machu Picchu city was basically a way too late plant. And I had an advantage of cities most of the game. If you have an advantage of cities, you'll have an advantage of production, and if your happiness can hold on long enough, then it's fine.
All right.
Now, he did have a capital a stronger capital than most of the game than mine, except I did catch up at the end. And I did have stables, which he did not build.
Yeah, not mentioning the academy at the start. All right, so GG, good job, Tony. Let's go to the game number 2.